Hey, Terry. How's it going? Marine 50. You guys getting snow there? We just had 60-degree weather 2 days ago. Then it dropped. It's like 55 during the night. Then it dropped in the morning to below freezing. And then was like that all day. Woke up this morning to a fresh layer of snow out there. It's quite depressing. We finally melted a couple feet of snow that we had. Now a pile more just came. Hey, Gotham City. Good to see ya. Bet it's nice down there in Texas. Hockey Town. Welcome. I see you're able to finally make one, huh? Caught you at a good time. Terry, I'm working on packing your cab up this weekend. Should see a tracking number sometime this week. Hopefully earlier than later. Just rain today, snow up north. I'll take rain. I used to love snow as a kid growing up here in Michigan, but as an adult, not so much. The older you get, I think the less you like snow, and the Michigan, Florida snowbirds have the right idea. Working on a few risers this morning right now. Might move into cabs later tonight or later today, but need to get some of this stuff out of my way so I have enough room to work. And this is what I was working on last night before I called it quits. I ran out of vinyl on my laminator, wasn't paying attention and didn't realize that I was so low. So I'm all out of black vinyl. Had to place an order and it won't be here till Monday. That was a little depressing. So, but got plenty of other work to do anyways, but just means a bunch of riser orders is going to get delayed just a little bit more. Got a few risers and boosters and stuff stacked up here and I was running through it to get out of the way. It probably makes for a little bit more interesting video and content for you guys than watching me pack stuff all the time. What's up, kiddo? With what? Did you ask Mama? I know Mama doesn't know how to work video games, but sometimes she can figure it out. I'll come and see you in a second. Give me a second, guys. Gotta run and help JoJo and Wes with the video game they got for Christmas. I've been putting it off. They got Smurfs. And finally, they talked me into getting it on the Switch for them this morning so they could play it. But I guess JoJo's having a hard time figuring out how to get it on 2-player. I better do that before there's a brother brawl. I'll be right back. Hold down the fort, and then I'll catch up on the chat.
Live?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Where are you, Wes, JoJo?
I think they want to go to the bedroom while you're.
Hurry up. Let's see. We're good now. Oh, we better hear this. Marine 50's there, Hockey Town, Gotham City. Come on, Kale. Ugh. Terry. Redux, I think I saw in here before I walked away. Hey guys, J-Rod's here. Producer was asking who's all watching. I don't know how much of that you guys could hear once I walked in the house and shut the door. I think we got them set up at least so that they can figure things out. Wes's controller wasn't plugged in. Well, he's got a corded controller, and even though it's plugged in and the lights are on, sometimes it doesn't actually connect. You have to unplug it and reconnect. Let's see, G.I. Joel, are you making more Nintendo cabs around February, March? It would probably be March. Right now I'm in a mad scramble, Gotham, to get everything done and caught up as much as possible, especially with the cabs and the first runs, because I'm, 5 months behind on those, 6 months now. So trying to get those all knocked out before the end of this month. My dad is having pretty major surgery like the second week of February. So I want to get everything caught up that I can so that I can head over there and try to be there to help him and my mom out a little bit for I don't know how long. My mom doesn't drive, and so I want to be there to kind of help out. I'm the oldest and the only son, and my sisters both have kids, and one works and has kids. The other homeschools and has 3 kids of her own. They're a little bit closer than I am to my parents as far as distance, but you got a lot going on. I want to, especially if we need some in-home help around the clock for a little while. So I want to get over there. I don't know how long it will be, but at least get them going and taken care of, and then my sisters can help out once my dad and mom are a little bit more situated and mobile and stuff like that. They can come over and help with grocery shopping or cleaning the house or whatever little things they need. But thought being there to be able to help my dad, even in personal situations and stuff, if they arise, to be able to help him rather than my sisters being there. Be a good thing, but I don't know. Doctors are telling him that he should be. It's a 2-process surgery. He's going to be in the hospital for 10 days. And depending on how he progresses, he should be able to come home. But if, things are a little slower, he might have to go into rehab home for a little while. But they tell him that he's supposed to be able to move around and do a lot of things right when he comes home. But they also told him he can't drive for like 8 weeks. I don't know what to believe. To me, it seems more serious than he makes it out to be when he tells me. And they know that I'm trying to start up a business, so my mom is always worried about that and telling me that I need to focus on that and not to worry, they got it and stuff. But I think that's just parents being parents. And I want to be there for them, plus I want to spend some time with them. They're about 4.5 hours away. I don't get over there as much as I would like. I thought being unemployed there for a little while, I'd get a lot more time. But in a good way, and thanks to you guys, that's not so much the case. So, long story short, March, hopefully. Want a Nintendo and a Popeye. Oh yeah, for sure. I can get you taken care of. J-Rod, how's it going? My riser is in the mail. Thanks. Which one? So I think I know who you are. Are they boosters in the mail? Zero? That's never good to run out of stock. Yeah, for sure. For today, everyone give Joel a thumbs up. Oh, for sure. Thanks, guys. I don't know if it matters or not. It's not that big of a deal to me. Told you guys before, I'm not a YouTuber, but do this to hang out with you guys and so you can see this stuff. See the pinball at the zoo. I saw event is, no, it's not next weekend. They might be having something there. I saw a Facebook, Hockey Town, I saw a Facebook post just a couple days ago. They're saying like only 93 days till pinball at the zoo. But they were counting down. I think it's a couple months out. It was before, too, I remember. It was just right around spring, I thought, last year. Yeah, good morning. Oh, I thought you guys were saying good morning to her in chat. I forgot that I'm still catching up and way behind. Yeah, she's in the house getting... We got a late start. It's Saturday, though, right? We all can sleep in. Oh, that she is in the chat. There she is. This thing's hard to scroll through on with a thumb or something. Thoughts and prayers. Thanks, guys. How long would it put in an order in March? I don't know. Still trying to figure out the timing. This whole first run has been up in the air. I thought it was going to give me a good idea of how quickly I could get things out, but all the hiccups that have been going on and happening with it, they really did not give me an idea of how long I could pump these out. I know I can get them out faster than 6 months, especially without CNCs going down, without holidays and kind of last minute runs to Florida and things like that for family stuff. If I'm all caught up, because I did do the Black Friday, I didn't really want to do the Black Friday sale because of how behind I was. I felt responsible to get those things out, but I also wanted to do a fun thing for the community and get some, have a sale and stuff. So I got those that I haven't even started, even thought about starting yet, because I'm only about halfway through the Alpha Wave orders. However, my brother-in-law has offered to come over. I think he might come over 2 days next week, Tuesday and Thursday. So he might be able to, he's pretty handy, creative guy like myself. He does vinyl and signs and stuff like that. So should be able to help me out quite a bit, get some some cabs skinned and stuff, hopefully, and some decks skinned, and I don't know what all else I'll put them on, but try to do the best I can to pump out as much stuff with the free and extra labor that I'll have. So trying to get those knocked out. All that to say, I would hope if I do open up orders for more Nintendo cabs in March, to be fair, it'd probably, I'd say 2 months, but hopefully less. Within a month would be the goal, but I probably conservatively would be putting on the site, 8 weeks, just to keep expectations in check. What's up, producer?
You stop at a time. You want me to start packing up your village, or are you going to get figure out sometime?
You can start packing up if you want to try.
All the boxes should be clear before we want, right?
Not all of them, but I could take care of the rest. Seeing lots of prayers for my dad. I appreciate that a ton. Yeah, my dad's my best friend. I miss him a ton, not being able to see him as much as I used to. But it's one of those things he's got to get done, I guess. He's had a lot of, not really health issues, but back and nerve issues. When he was like 19, he fell 3 stories and broke his back and was paralyzed for a little while. Had to learn to walk again. And he's had a lot of issues as a result of that, especially later here in life. Nerve damage and a lot of pain and stuff. His pain's now gotten pretty out of hand, causing high blood pressure and other health issues. And he's had a lot of balance issues due to his back and stuff like that. So this is a multi-stage back surgery. They're reconstructing his entire back, but they said he's had some other health issues with his heart and things. He had a stent put in like a year and a half ago, and just a lot of things that kind of worry me a little bit, just even going into the surgery. So got some anxiety there, but I appreciate the prayers and everything, guys. So I see producer saying, and Hockey Town both saying week before mid-April. We're February, March, April. It does seem like maybe I must have saw an old post or something that said 93 days away. Well, shoot, that's coming right up. I don't know. I wanted to run down there since it's so close, but having them both back to back, it's going to make it tough. Alan Jones, how's it going, buddy? I'm doing good. Always get hiccups in the first round. That is for sure. Luckily, everybody, surprisingly, with just, and this isn't a knock against anybody and any builders out there. I got respect for all of them, regardless of what we're hearing and stuff. But just knowing there's, first of all, we've had tons of delays on everything. I know it's just some sort of thing we're all getting used to, but long timelines and things being pushed out, and I know the saying about excuses and everything. But so I don't like giving you guys excuses and telling you, there's problems and delays, but it up at night stresses me out. I don't like sitting on everybody's money. I know I appreciate everybody and their willingness to trust me with their money, and especially for a long period of time. I mean, there's other more expensive products out there in this space, but you know, you guys are dropping anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in my cabs. And when I started all this, it's kind of, who am I? I'm kind of a nobody too. So you guys really were putting your trust in me. I told everybody, you know, 2 months, and here we are 6 months out. As I was starting to say, everybody's been really patient that ordered these. So I do appreciate that very much. I've had a few emails of people checking in, and that's understandable. Nobody upset and mad and saying, where's my thing, and you're scamming me. And those are my biggest concerns. I don't want people to think that, you know, that I'm running away with their money. That was my big anxiety about, you know, going down and for Thanksgiving with my wife's family and stuff, was we're going down in Florida, and here am I. It looks like I'm, you know, running off to the beach or something, you know, on vacation, and everybody's money. So didn't want people thinking that. Try to be as transparent with everybody as possible, and I've been having, like I said, I know the saying about excuses, but I've been having, you know, my personal challenges myself. It's been a learning process this past year, going from having a job for the past 13 years that walk in and have a desk job. There was reasons, I think, why that ended up coming to an end too. A lot of mental stuff. I've been learning a lot about myself, a lot about my head, a lot about things that we didn't know before, working with specialists and doctors and things like that. So it's been a little bit of, you know, I've had my own mental challenges here during this process, but I've been trying to do what I can to keep going for my own sanity, but then also to support my family and do what I need to do there. But trying to be fair with you guys too, be transparent with some things, and try not to overshare, but unfortunately that's just my nature. Try to be transparent with the orders, where I'm at with things. I know not everybody that bought stuff from me follows me and knows who I am and where to get updates, so I've been trying to do updates when I can find the time as well to just send out a bulk stuff. But then again, I'm sure some of those probably also go to spam. Hopefully all the combination, one of the ways and forms of communication, find their way to you guys. But the rare chance, you know. And like I said, I welcome any emails all the time and messages. Just try to word them, you know, appropriately, so that I don't think you're mad at me or upset, if that's not necessarily the case, because that's where my mind goes and my anxiety right off the bat when I see a email with the title status update or order update or haven't received my thing yet. Like, oh crap, got somebody mad and upset. I'm sure that's not always the case, but you know, that's just where my mind goes. I don't want that. My first and foremost goal in all this is I want you guys to be happy. And even if I get somebody that reaches out with an issue or problem, or product's not up to their snuff and they're what they were expecting, I do everything I can to make it right, because I want people to be happy with my work. Let's get your first one out though, Terry. Before, got a couple people that have ordered multiples. I think I had somebody that ordered another one from the first run when I opened up the second. I appreciate it, but really want people to, I don't want people to get 2 in a row and not be happy with them, but so far everybody's been happy, so that's good. And, you know, we've been working out the bugs with it all, so if you have an issue, bring it to my attention. I'm not trying to pull a fast one on anybody and, you know, send out cheap stuff. I'm doing my best to get parts and figure out things that are the most economical and make the most sense to get you guys. I mean, these aren't cheap. I'm trying to compete as best as I can with Arcade 1-Up prices and stuff, because, you know, so doing what I can, but, you know, and this is a first run, so some of the parts and stuff we're already finding that they're not the quality that I want, as I explained in the last video and stuff with Stock Jock. Wasn't happy with the sound system, so I'm replacing all those and putting them in the new orders, sending them out to past orders as well. If there's anything else that comes up that somebody's not happy with, let me know, because it may be something that other people are having issues with too. I want to work those bugs out for everyone, for the person that's having the issue, for future. So you're helping make future orders, future products, because a lot of this stuff, like the sound systems, I plan on transferring all the stuff that I've learned and use the same equipment and stuff like that in like Robotron and some of the other cabs. So I want to have a good kind of foundation of guts to build off of. That's why I'm willing to change them up right now too as we're going, not just trying to get these out and done and shipped, but trying to improve for, make sure we got it figured out for the future ones. So yeah, let me know if you run into issues. Trying to always improve. That's always my theory, is always be improving, always be leveling up. Can always make product better. So I appreciate the feedback, the insight. We'll get there. If it's a problem you're having, I try to make sure we get it fixed and resolved. I also got my Discord where you guys can join in and share your builds, share tech insight. I've been putting my build instructions on there. Why? Oh, I know why. I didn't shake it. Oh, it's probably settled. This is my handheld printer. So using white ink. White ink it settles and separates. And shake it. What's my right now the file that I had up is my logo. Put my logo and some of the instructions on these rails for making sure you use the screws and remove the feet and stuff like that. Print them right on the rail for you guys. Got black ink and white ink. Rails are kind of I cut the rails. They're used to eliminate as much scrap as possible. So sometimes you'll get black ones on there, sometimes you'll get raw ones on there. It's a matter of which ones I grab and put on. But I used to cut them all in once in batches and stuff, but found I was getting a lot of space on the cabs and on the risers and stuff, so I use these kind of a lot to fill in some of those extra spots on the sheets of wood to get as much out of a sheet as I can. And they're not visible and cosmetic, so it really don't matter. No, I haven't looked at comments yet. Vic. Yeah, I'm text with Vic. I know he's not mad, but first run DK. It's going out this month, Vic. Still is Christmas. Wes. Kid's a goof. It's going out soon. I might be maybe 2 weeks out with it, if that. Oh. Yeah, I'm working on DKs for the most part now, and I just sent out had a status request update from somebody this morning, and I woke up to, and his was a play choice, and I'm just getting into the play choices. Just got artwork from, I was printing a lot of the artwork here at my house on like a kind of a desktop printer. I haven't got my big printer going yet, but it was taking up too much time having to print and do that myself. So I just picked this up earlier this week. That's the roll of prints for the Nintendo cabs. The unfortunate part for the Play Choice, well, not Nintendo, sorry, the Play Choice cabs. Unfortunate part is like I ordered that and had requested them print those like 2 months ago. And they've been so backed up for the holidays, and then they ran into issues with mine that it took a lot longer than we had hoped. But again, I've had many other issues besides that, and still working on other cabs, so it wasn't like huge priority, like wasn't pushing them like crazy, because it was like, well, I got other things that I need to be doing regardless. Working on pumping out DKs. Inside I got a bunch of finished shells and everything all stacked up. I think I got about 5 already to start packing up, like this weekend. But then I got another 10 shells stacked up in the workshop that need vinyl and edge banding put on. Yeah, put my brother-in-law to that, I think, when he comes on Tuesday. So we should be scooting along here pretty soon, getting the help. And then had Jay offer too, or well, not that I turned him down or anything. He's wants to come up. I think we just haven't had. He works full time and got his own things going on too. So I appreciate anybody willing to help me out. I should have Jay coming up at some point if he can find a moment to get away. Well, that'll be some more labor and help. Just got a pile of instruction manuals printed. We got those updated. Definitely helped with everybody's videos and stuff that they were doing, kind of, especially watching Pete through the process live. Tried not to commentate and help him out too much, because I was using it as kind of research too, just to see what were some of the issues that he didn't quite understand, some of the hiccups or things I might have overlooked. And then I did get some feedback from Billy and from Stock Jock and everybody pretty much on just the old instructions and stuff. Oh, we got a revised set of instructions, and I got those printed off, ready to go. Trying to balance doing stuff in the shop when I can, and then at night doing computer stuff. Just now moving into, there were a few, like, Stock Jock said no custom requests, but a lot of them aren't custom requests either. It was more things I didn't have necessarily ready to go, but was planning on offering anyways. Just like multiplayer decks for people that wanted more of the multi-cade type setup. So like 2-player decks, things like that. Those weren't things that I had. I just had the original deck design and the Intech design ready to go. So those have been the cabs I've been focusing on. It's mostly been a process of triage. What's the most important things for one guy to work on. But there's a lot of unique requests that kind of came out that I wasn't necessarily expecting early on. Guys wanting like a trackball and stuff like that on them and various things. So just now starting to get around to that stuff as well. Because I had to custom fit all the artwork and stuff to my deck design. It's smaller, and being smaller, moving things around, not just scaling it down, but making the buttons and everything line up with where everything needs to go. Required a little bit of adjusting even on the original art stuff like DK and Popeye, and there was a few people that ordered Fix-It Felix's that I'm trying to get custom art, deck art for, all arranged and set up. So the custom requests, if you had something that was a little bit unique and different from like an original design or the Intech design, those I'm just getting to as well. Now that a lot of the other, like I said, the instructions are done, we redesigned the mount and stuff like that for the audio system, and so all those computer work things are done. So now I'm able to start focusing on some of the smaller custom stuff, custom requests that didn't require changes for everybody, like the audio mount and stuff. Redesigning that was needed everybody's, a change for everybody's thing. So that got bumped up on the triage list. Before everybody else's stuff, so before the little stuff. Oh, we got Mike Moat. How's it going, buddy? Gamer fridge running CNC while watching. Of course, you're always working the weekends. Renderings of Robotron and possibly Q*bert. I'm not sure, man. Like I said, I want to get your DK out to you. That's my first and foremost priority. I've been picking away at Robotron here and there, but that kind of got backburnered again when needing to redo the audio mounts and stuff. So when I don't have computer work to do, that's when R&D stuff kind of comes in. Keep marching forward. Thanks, Vero. I think I probably missed a bunch of stuff too. Producer was making sure I saw Vic. I think she wanted to make sure Vic really wasn't upset. I know Vic's not upset. Okay, so I saw that stuff. Had a 3-level fusion about 13 years ago, and I'm doing very good now. Technology has gotten so much better. Yeah, that's true, Marine 50. They tell my dad that if he had his accident today, he'd have a lot less of the issues. A lot of the issues he had were results of all the surgeries that he had back in the 70s. So he had a lot of pins and Harrington rods and stuff like that in, but he had a couple of them break loose and stuff that he had to have removed, and he doesn't have any of the pins and rods in anymore and got along pretty well, but he has a lot of nerve damage too from it, and not a whole lot of feeling in his feet. He has a drop foot, so he's got a lot of issues resulting from it. Hopefully this will help. It's, like I said, it's pretty extensive, 2 10-hour plus surgeries, and basically rebuilding his entire spine. He's got a lot of curve that has come over his spine and stuff too. They're afraid if he put it off, he might not be walking by the end of this year, just the way things were progressing. What else we got here? What is that thing? This thing? This is a printer, handheld printer. I unload files up on the screen here. I don't know if you can see it too well, but this is my label for telling people to remove the feet on the bottom of their riser. So it's a handheld printer that you roll over top, and it prints on just about anything. So that's what that is. Definitely get up that way. I'm welcoming all the help I can get at this point. My hard part, maybe Kirby, welcome to the chat. My hard part is I'm not good at delegating, being kind of all by myself and work by myself. And I guess maybe I'm a little bit controlling because I'm picky about everything, so I want to kind of oversee, and I know that I can teach and train other people to do this stuff, but it's just kind of like I like to know that, see and know that it was done right, I guess. I don't know. So that's going to be my biggest challenge moving forward, I think, is when I do get help and people willing to help and stuff, knowing what to hand off, because producer hasn't been just, I try and that's a whole nother thing. You know, she works a full job, is raising my boys, taking care of me, taking care of them, taking care of our house for the most part. So try not to ask her to do stuff too much. But she offers a lot, and I've been giving her a few things to do here and there. Some of it, though, requires kind of stopping and taking time to teach somebody, because it's not just as easy as telling somebody, hey, go do this. I've been giving producer a lot of those type of things, like, hey, okay, here's the hardware kits that I need. This is kind of what needs to go in them. She makes kind of a list and an organizational system, and then starts putting screws and hardware and different things, and their amounts and quantities and baggies, and labels them for me, and we get those put together, and I got bins of them prepped so that when I go to ship, I can just grab them and put it all together in the bundle to send out to you guys. So that's been helpful. And then some of this other stuff, it kind of requires, you know, my time to sit, to take the time and to show. Even packing's like, it's a simple thing really, but because of all the learnings and all the problems that we've had with it, you know, there's certain things that are kind of required. So my dad, he's had his own home business selling online and stuff for years. So he knows shipping and packing, but I think my mom and dad come over and they offer to help out a lot. And it's like if I only have a few hours, it almost is like, is it worth my time to teach somebody for, to end up getting an hour's work from them? But then, my parents won't be back for, a month or 2 months or something. So it's not like, they could easily are coming back and helping me out the next day or the next week or something like that. So showing my dad kind of how to pack things up and everything. It's an easy thing, but then it ends up being an easy thing that, just about anybody could end up doing. But I'm not going to get the repeat help. It's almost like, well, I could have probably packed up everything myself in a shorter period of time. I don't know. So my brother-in-law is offering to come up, and he's got some time on his hands from time to time, so he's probably going to be able to come up repeatedly. So investing in teaching him how to do a few things, and he already kind of knows how to do some of this stuff too, so it'd be kind of quick to put him on stuff. Jay's kind of worked with furniture and various things from time to time, and if not, I can have him put together pies in their cases and things like that too. I mean, he knows how to do all that stuff, so find things for these guys to do. And I know Jay's kind of local too, so he might be able to get up here. So if I need to train him or teach him how to do something, it's repeatable for the next time that he comes up. I need, remove feet. You guys can't even see this probably here. Let me show you the last one here. So this is like a little guide. When I put it in there, it helps keep it straight because it's handheld. Just slide it over and it prints, shoots the ink down on the material. Just getting these prepped for when I do get risers. Like I said, trying to just get some stuff out of my way, stuff prepped to make things a little bit quicker and faster. Maybe you can see these ones better in the camera. That's for sure, Marine 50. She's a great woman. She puts up with a lot. Recently discovered issues that I have that she didn't even sign on for when we got married, that either of us knew about. But she's a trooper, holding strong, helping me out. Oops, I guess I probably should have did these too. Helping me out. Like I said, the last 2 years or so, she's been not just raising my boys, or our boys, but she's kind of been raising me too. Been requiring a lot more and stuff than needed, and I feel like I haven't been able to help her out as much as I should as a father and husband. Try to be there and when I can, and we're getting better. Mental state of things that I had to figure out and work through. Found out. Once I realized it and found it out, I started to find out and realize that it wasn't necessarily stuff that I could fix and take care of on my own either. Some things you need professional and medical help with. anything health related for the most part. No, major health illness and things like that anyways. Put one screw in each side. That helps me be able to find my holes on the risers and boosters. So they're pre-drilled holes in here, pre-drilled holes in here, but then having just a little bit poking out at the bottom helps me align and find those holes. So then they're all aligned, and then I can zip those screws in and then put the rest of them in. But before I do that, I got to run them through the edge bander and put feet on them. But we can, let's see. Let me unplug power here. We should have enough battery for a little while. And I turned the edge bander on before we went live. So it should be heated up. Move some of this stuff around here. Try this mobile rig out and see how mobile she actually is. Put that there. You guys are a little crooked. There we go. Why? What's going on? We moved a little bit here, I think. There we go. Do that. There we go. All right. I'll be right back. Go grab all that crap that I just was working on. I only have 2 hands, so you guys are heavy. I don't have a lot to edge band, I don't think, today, but again, get these ready, and I can pack them too. So I'm going to be packing shells. I figured I'd pack some of these up too. I need to get them shipped out. Zero Redux was hounding me. No, he was all good. We moved in here just in time. I heard the heater kick on, so that makes things a little hard to hear. Cal, you're out here? You've been quiet, bud. Were you laying down? Got Cal makeshift bed out here, so he doesn't have to sit on the floor. I think he's been liking it. He's not always following me around as much, right? Yeah. All right, let's see. So, next up on what we need to do before we can run the edge bander, what I need is banding. I think I got like 1 piece cut of black already. And I wonder if put you guys over here. There we go. Uh-oh. What happened? Do I still have sound? Still have sound. It says I'm still live. But for some reason I lost video feed. Hello. There she goes, I think. Waking up. Got a green light on it, but it's not. What's going on here? How did I lose video? Let me know in the chat that you can still hear me at least while I try to get video going. Video capture device. .360 cam. Audio is good. Thanks, guys. So, the issue is just with the camera. We're still live streaming. Unplug. Back in. I don't understand how we moved things around just a minute ago and everything was good. Powering on, but then it's not wanting to keep signal. Let me try to open up its native controls and see. Sorry, guys. Where are you? Open up. What is going on? What about while we wait for that to pull up? Where? Not wanting to pull up. There it goes. There it goes. There's that. What about over here? Okay, we got that. Now, problem is it dropped in here. On mode facing. Switch cameras for a second. Okay, there's my laptop camera. Switch it over to the 360 camera again and see if it pulls up there.
I have to see your screen that way.
I know. For some reason it don't want to send feed through this. I'm going to end the stream real quick, close out this software and restart it. See if that fixes our issue. We'll be right